Welcome back, my beautiful students. This is Ankita, and I'll teach you moral science, the last chapter, that is habits die hard. So, you need to cultivate good habits in yourself. Now, what is the main objective of the lesson? So, the lesson is designed to teach you the importance of cultivating good habits in you. You must understand the value of developing good habits and leaving bad habits. You should not adapt in yourself bad habits. Instead, you inculcate in yourself the good habits. While good habits will enable you to win over everyone, and bad habits make you unpopular. When you will have good habits, you will be appreciated by others. You will have no difficulties, and good habits should like cultivate right from the beginning. Like you should start right now. Start from very beginning. So you must be told every time by your parents, by your teachers, by your school faculties, and many other peoples that you should have good habits. So why not start now? Why not avoid bad habits and start with the good habits? So I'll tell you a story again in which I'll tell you why it is important to have good habits. So let us begin your chapter. So once there lived an old man. He had three sons. He wanted them to develop good habits and lead a good life. So the main intention was of this old man was that his children should learn and develop good habits and they should lead a good life. He used to teach them quite often. He used to teach them good habits and avoid bad habits. But what happened? As time passed, he found that his sons had learned bad habits as well. So when they were kids, he used to tell them about good habits and how to lead a good life. So they used to practice that. But what happened as the time passed, as they became much older, they learned good habits too. The old man felt bad, but he decided to teach them the importance of good habits. So what he did, he took all his three sons, to the garden one day. So one day what happened? He told his son, I will take you to the garden. Now he told all his sons to stand in a line. So what happened? As they were standing in a line, you can see in the picture over here, the three sons are standing in a line. This is the old man. So he called his first son. This is the first son. He called his first son and told him to uproot a seedling. Now, what do you mean by uprooting a seedling? To take off, so take off a seedling. Seedling is a small plant. The son pulled out a seedling easily and gave it to his father. No, seedling a small plant, so he could easily take out that plant and he gave to his father as per the instruction. It was the instruction of this old man to take out the seedling. Now the old man called his second son and told him to pull out a plant. Now this is a plant. So he told his second son to, this is the first son who's taking out the seedling. Now this is the second son who was being told to pull out a plant. The son had to make an effort. He got hurt also in doing so, as plant was firmly rooted in the ground. It was firmly rooted in the ground. Plants are rooted in the ground, so it was little tough for him to take out the plant. He got little hurt also. Now it was the turn of the third son. He called his son and he told to uproot a giant tree. You see here in that figure, it is the giant tree, and he told his third son, this is the third son, he told his third son to uproot, to take out the giant tree. The son looked at the tree and said, Father, it is firmly rooted in the ground. It is so big and strong. I cannot pull it out. As you can see in the picture over here, the tree is firmly rooted in the ground. It is so strong and so big. How will you uproot it? What happened? The father smiled and called all his three sons near the tree. You see in the picture here, the father called his three sons, and he near the tree he called his three sons, and what he said? You know what he said? He said, this big tree is a habit that takes root in your heart. Now what happens if you will have habits? It will root in your heart. Okay, just like a tree, just like a plant, just like a seedling, it will root in your heart. Now once rooted, it is very difficult to uproot. Now once the plant or the tree, something is rooted, it will be difficult for you. If the seedling is there, you can easily uproot it. If a small plant is there, it will be a little tough. But if the tree is there, it will be very difficult for you to uproot. So the habit is like a tree. Once it gets rooted in your heart, it will be difficult for you to uproot it. Therefore, it is very important to pull out the bad habits from your heart when it is in the seedling stage. Now, when the habit is in the seedling stage, like very small habit is there, you can easily take it out. Now, as the habit will be firmly rooted, or deeply rooted, it will be difficult for you to change that habit. So you must get rid of your bad habits, and you must cultivate good habits in yourself. Now what the son understood, what their father had told them. They all promised to be good in future. Now what happened? The son understood why it is important to have good habits, and if you will have bad habits rooted in your heart, it will be difficult for them to uproot them. So the moral of the story is, you should cultivate good habits and leave the bad ones. You should always have good habits in yourself and leave all the bad habits. Okay, so you have learned about what is good habits and what is bad habits. Clearly, you know. Now you need to only cultivate that in yourself and leave all the bad habits that is with you. So as I told you, we all have many habits. So what is a habit? Habit is a general practice that we develop over a period of time. It is something that we usually do, or it gets developed over a period of time, and it becomes part of us, and hence it is difficult to give up. Like for example, if you play games on your mobile phones daily, so it becomes a habit. After a period of time, it will become a part of you, and to leave this habit, it will be difficult for you. So some habits are good and some are bad. Now if you brush your teeth every morning and night, that is a habit. Why? Because it is practiced by you every day, but it is a good habit. So habit once forms are difficult to change. Therefore it is important for you to only cultivate good habits, because when you will have good habits, you will be praised and liked by all. And you must form good habits and try to change your bad habits. Try to stop your bad habits. So, and you know what? You must make an honest effort to change it. Like if you will say, no, I'll not play game today, and next day again you play, that's not changing. You will have to make an honest effort. Like if you want to leave that habit, leave it completely. Bad habit, I'm talking about bad habit. No, we don't change ourselves. We can only change the likings and dislikings of ourselves. And if we have good habits, we will be liked by others. And if we will have bad habits, we will be disliked by others. So we have to face many problems in life, and we will face. So better to have good habits and leave bad habits. Dear students, I hope you have understood the chapter very well, why it is important to have good habits in yourself and why bad habits take time to get uprooted from your heart and or from your daily life. So it's better to have good habits and leave your bad habits.